first overall draft pick, the Quebec Nordiques selected Guy Lafleur as the first overall pick in the 1971 NHL draft. Maurice Richard, a trailblazer in media coverage, newspaper, and TV features. Maurice Richard, also known as the Rocket, was a Canadian professional ice hockey player who played for the Montreal Canadiens from 1942 to 1960. Richard was not only a legendary player on the ice, but he also made a significant impact on media coverage in sports, particularly in newspapers and television. Newspaper coverage. During Richard's playing career, newspapers were the primary source of sports coverage. As one of the most popular and successful players in the NHL, Richard was a frequent subject of newspaper videos and features. His remarkable scoring prowess, fiery personality, and leadership skills made him a favorite among sports journalists, who were eager to write about his achievements on the ice. One of the most famous moments in Richard's career that was extensively covered by newspapers was the Richard Riot of 1955. After Richard was suspended for hitting a referee, fans in Montreal protested the decision, leading to a violent and destructive riot. Newspapers across the country covered the event in detail, capturing the outrage and passion of hockey fans in Montreal and beyond. Richard's influence on newspaper coverage extended beyond his playing career. After retiring from professional hockey in 1960, Richard became a spokesman for various brands and businesses, leading to even more media coverage in newspapers. His status as a hockey legend ensured that journalists and readers alike were always interested in what he had to say, whether it was about hockey or other topics. Television coverage. As television became more widespread in the 1950s and 1960s, sports coverage began to pivot towards the new medium. Richard was one of the first hockey players to benefit from the increased exposure that television provided. His games were broadcast live to millions of viewers across Canada and the United States, making him a household name and a cultural icon. One of the most memorable moments in Richard's television coverage was his final game as a Montreal Canadien in 1960. The game was broadcast live on television and attracted record-breaking ratings, as fans tuned in to watch Richard's emotional farewell to the team and the sport that he loved. The television coverage of Richard's retirement game highlighted his impact on the game and solidified his place in hockey history. Richard's appearances on television did not end with his retirement. He continued to make appearances on sports shows, talk shows, and commercials, further solidifying his status as a media personality. Richard's charisma, passion for the game, and engaging personality made him a natural fit for television, and he continued to be a beloved figure long after his playing days were over. In conclusion, Maurice Richard was a trailblazer in media coverage, particularly in newspapers and television. His remarkable career, fiery personality, and enduring popularity made him a favorite subject for journalists and broadcasters alike. Richard's impact on media coverage in sports continues to be felt today, as his legacy lives on in the hearts of hockey fans everywhere.